Hello everyone, welcome to Education Japan. It's a pleasure for me to welcome Mr. Sato-san here today. He's the director of Japan Foundation. He's currently based in India, but he has also worked at similar capacity in Cairo earlier in Egypt. And it's my pleasure to welcome him to today's interview on our channel. Thank you so much, Sato-san, for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Namaskar.
So today it's an opportunity for us to find out more about Japan Foundation's role and also Sato-san's opinion about role of students, particularly who are our subscribers and people who are watching this video, to see where students can make a difference, what he believes, how they can make a difference in bringing Japan and India closer. So Sato-san, I would like to ask you some questions.
Yeah, please.
So, I have been myself associated with Japan Foundation for a long time, and as students, everybody looks up to Japan Foundation as its key role in fostering culture and strengthening ties between India and Japan. Where do you see students' contribution in this role?
Thank you very much. Firstly, thank you very much for the very kind introduction to the Japan Foundation and myself. I'm a Japanese, but somehow so much Indianized out of my very lucky experience of living and working in India for more than 8 years so far. And my tenure in India just splits in 2 terms. And initially, just I was posted here in 1999, so
Oh, wow.
25 years back. Then at that time, maybe very few people know or were curious about Japan.
Yes.
Especially the young generations, just they maybe used to look into the West very naturally, but eastward, maybe very few people just were quite interested in it. Looking into the statistics, just the number of Japanese language learners, we just survey every 3 years. Just in the year 2006 survey, just it was only little more than 10,000 in just 1.4 billion population, right? But the interest of Japan as a country, culture, society, just grow very steadily. And at the recent survey, just we are very happy to see the dramatic increase, in number. This more than maybe 5 times than the previous. So close over maybe 50,000 currently. Of course, information technology or revolution just supports a lot. Just when I returned to India just in 2021, just after 18-year gap, what surprised me most is the sheer further development of the society or cities or everything, and culturally also just people, especially young generation, are living real time just with us. Just they know very vividly just about the culture, arts, or fashion, food, just everything about Japan. And of course, manga or anime just takes a very important role just for that. And we Japan Foundation also started our own language course called JF Koza, and year by year, just enrollment just keep increasing, and just asked about the motivation. Just they really want to enjoy all range of Japanese culture in their own language, Japanese. Of course, maybe in further career path, they may dream of be engaged in, some business related to Japan, and we are very happy to support just each and every one's such dream or ambition to be fulfilled in future. So just to your question precisely, just it is the youth or young generations who drive the this friendly relationship just between the two countries, and Japan's young generation also just started to respond to such a craze or affection just among the Indian youth just to our own country.
I totally agree with you, Sato Sensei, that it's the students and the younger generation that drives this kind of closeness between two nations. And we also see that kind of traction when it comes to students who want to study in Japan. And entry to any country is from their culture. The culture is the heart of the country, and that's where people start loving a country and appreciating a country, and eventually may want to study there or work there. Thank you so much for those details. So Sato-san, you have also worked earlier in other countries. So how do you compare the enthusiasm of Indian students versus this kind of enthusiasm? Do you see it in other countries also, or in India you think it's very different?
I don't find huge difference. Just it's a more kind of a universal, generational thing. And youth are youth just everywhere. And actually, just I was posted in Egypt, as you say, and also Myanmar. Just before I just I was reposted here in India. So, but if compared, maybe compared to the maybe Near East like China or South Korea or South Asian countries, may be relevant a little bit, maybe to talk something. Which means that just the number of Japanese language learners or students, international students, just who come and study in Japan, just all the figures are totally just exceed those in India, just in such nearer countries to Japan. That is of course just because of the some cultural background, like China, Korea, Japan just shares the same kanji, base, etc., etc. But yeah, so language learners just in the case of China or Korea, just it's the lakhs or just more people just who are engaged in that. So in a way. Statistically, just India is still just kind of a catching up stage, but maybe just because of that, just I observe the very fresh and genuine motivation or love or curiosity just towards Japan, the culture or whatever. And kind of a sense of starving, something. You love such things so bad, but you can't get very less. And that craze is just what we are always facing, and. Especially maybe the opportunities to watch such great animes or films or contents, just such crazy voices keep coming to us, and that motivates us so much. Actually, just in the case of Makoto Shinkai's just all great animation, it started from the, one young boy's initiative of petition. Just he collected 50,000 plus, petitions to the director Makoto Shinkai-san himself to just bring his new title, Weathering with You, to India, and that reached the director and just moved his heart, and just finally just it came to reality, and just we just pass on this communication and just supported just this made into reality. So the craze is so big, and that will make us catch up and or just enough to support just their wish or dream just may come true. So in a way, it's catching up stage, but the speed is so fast.
I totally agree with you, Sato-san there. So, as a counselor, as a company where we support students to study in Japan, so we always have to, understand their motivation, why they want to study in Japan. Mm-hmm. And when we read those statements, this is the kind of passion we observe.
I see.
So the students who want to go to Japan, that kind of passion and the motivation is just so high. And I think because India has been slow in growing that cultural inclination towards Japan, and it all came as a rush, when there is so much of YouTube and, OTT anime available. So it's all serving in the same direction that, everybody wants to go to Japan, they want to explore more of Japanese culture, and we see that passion all the time. And I'm just thankful to organizations like Japan Foundation that you take a lead in, helping students discover more about Japanese culture. Thank you so much, because that is the way forward, that is how we find our students also. And eventually, these are the students who go to Japan and work there, they graduate and they start working there in different sectors. So eventually it starts from your introduction. Thank you so much. So Sato-san, there are many students who want to study in Japan, but they think that it is very challenging. Do you have any message for them about opportunities in Japan?
Yes. Maybe big question. Just there are such craze, or just and it's in this information age. Just maybe you can Google or just AI. Just will give you everything as for the information. But maybe still the each and every one really want is not yet well organized and set before you,
yes.
In a good manner.
Yes.
That's why just in a very, very vague kind of uncertainty or unclear vision, is just before you. So maybe more and more efforts just from the provider side, is required. That's what we really humbly observe. But the thing is that in the case of the worry, concern about living in Japan, of course inclusively about the learning, but maybe living in Japan, I really want to assure you that life and study in Japan for you just will be very much safe and secured, peaceful. That's very important just for pursuing the knowledge, yes. Right? Just with the very unsecured condition, just people cannot just concentrate on such study, and since Japan also just especially maybe in this new century onwards, just higher educational institutions just are becoming very much internationalized. They call for more diversity just in the campus. inviting more foreign students, and let them learn together with our own Japanese youth, with a very peaceful, condition. Just Japanese educational institutions condition as far infrastructure or good faculties and good buddies,
Yes,
are very much, precious. I don't think that just, not in all countries such kind of, conditions are fully set. Maybe language may be always concern or issue, but every foreign visitors just may find just how they are really supported or embraced by the Japanese community. Just maybe lost and found. Just things are almost always returned to you. Or just when you are lost, just in way, just very sheer strangers just will guide you.
yes.
So just it's the life experience or learning experience should be more comprehensive, just as a very true life experience, just and that you will just pledge that precious adolescence, just
Yes.
just why not just seriously thinking about spending such precious time in Japan. That is really just what I want to encourage you.
Yeah, thank you, Sato-san, for summarizing that so well. I totally agree with you. The kind of systems that are in place, the infrastructure is in place for international students in Japan, and universities are deliberately doing this now to invite more international students. And I have been a student myself in Japan, and I can tell you that it's a great opportunity for you to grow as a human being and to develop your character, to learn much more than what you would read in books. So I truly believe that I am also one of the products that Japan, of course, India also has its contribution, but at the same time, when I was young, I was in Japan. I can tell you that there are so many things that I learned from there. I still carry them with me. Thank you so much, Sato-san, for encouraging students to look at Japan for studies. Education Japan is going to conduct an event in September called Sakura Quest Grand Finale, and it has been a cross-country event. We have encouraged thousands of students to look at Japan to study. What do you think about the event?
Yeah, firstly, just I like to really congratulate Deputy San or just Education Japan's team, just on having this grand finale, this of your continued effort to create one of the best platform, for the Indian youth just to quest Japan.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Yeah. So as I said, just maybe information, is not well organizedly set before you. So that is the kind of a hindrance, just of the current stage. But I understand that just Deputy San or just your team's effort is to just conquer these hurdles or gaps and try to bring in the responsible admission officers from many Japanese universities and just let them very comprehensively just maybe brief about the courses they provide or such more conditions or allowances, opportunities such as scholarship and etc. And let them answer maybe to all your doubts or questions also. And maybe one one of the very big differences that I believe that just education Japan holds is the follow-up.
Yes.
So more or less, just such a promotional event, just was conducted and on and over. People are minutely quite impressed and encouraged, but maybe after a few days, just they forget or lose the momentum. But what is really required is that just maybe follow up and taking care of such once lifted up motivation, and just guide each and everyone's hope or wish or direction to the certain destination, and just support the match up, just including the kind of solving the concern about living and etc. So this event is just a kind of a door open for you to such a long quest, and once again just I really just strongly just push you to join the event. Then the quest or your consideration may start from there. Yeah. So I'll be there also.
Yes.
So
yes, son will be there. Yes.
Let's enjoy the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, and start the journey.
Thank you, Sato-san. You are congratulating me, but I think it takes so much of effort. Like I said, it starts from Japan Foundation to introducing to young children. I see a lot of posts from Japan Foundation that you introduce Japan to schools, and that's where eventually these students start liking some. Some of them find their calling in Japan. So Education Japan, as you said, this effort is basically to let students discover. This is a place where they will discover, and Education Japan is the support system that they can use. Usually in India, we always have some or the other relative who is living in US, UK. So students, when they are going to these countries, it's much easier for them to take that decision.
Yeah.
For students who are going to Japan, you have Dipti-san and Sato-san. So what I want to tell students is that with Education Japan you have that support system, and we don't work alone. Of course, we have support from we rely on the embassy. We rely on, for example, Japan Foundation for information for a lot of problems that we also face sometimes regarding students. But we are thankful that we have connections with teachers, professors, universities, and organizations. So please don't be afraid. So don't be afraid that just because people have not discovered Japan, you can't be the first one in your family or in your peer circle. Do come to the event, and you will see many of other students just like you who have a passion for Japan. So don't let that stop you from discovering a new destination. Sato Sensei, I want to ask you for a brief message. There will be parents and students who will we are inviting from different states of India. They we are encouraging them to come and join us for this event. So, but it's a huge investment of time and resources. Why should they come? So one message for all the students all over India, because these events are not conducted every day. First time in India, an event of this scale for study in Japan is getting conducted. So people who are hesitant, still not sure, any message for them?
Maybe simple information just doesn't have much power to just push forward your very important life decision. Just maybe studying Japan related information is just here and there in the internet, world of internet. You can't make imagery of you yourself or your children really just crossed the ocean and landed at the rise of rising sun, and just first on the very first day, just cross the gate of the university or schools, and many new encounters with friends, teachers, learning environment, Japanese culture, everything. So only when just you can meet with people and hear from them directly, maybe you start really imagining what would be, you just will be there in Japan. So it's a kind of time and financially consuming experience itself, but very precious in a way that very true people to people human contact is there, and a very live information, useful information, just to help you decide your once and for all life course. And many of you are already just versioning up the dream of being associated with Japan someday. So why not just making a little effort to come on such platform? So no reason of hesitation.
Thank you, Sato-san, for that. So, students, I really hope this gives you more clarity about the event. And as Sato-san just said, that think of this event as an investment of one day and maybe few thousand rupees, because you can come and I am very sure that it will change your life. If not anything, you will make a conscious decision. So it can be about going to Japan or not going to Japan, but it will be a conscious decision made out of awareness and information. So I think that is very important. And discovery, it's a quest. So remember that, and we really hope to see everybody there, and I will be there, of course, and Sato-san will also be there. So welcome everybody to Sakura Quest. Thank you so much, Sato-san, for this wonderful interview. Thank you so much.
ありがとうございます。Thank you very much. See you. 会いましょう at Sakura Quest.